Sarah, it's not that important. Let's just sit back, take a breath. We're doing all that we can, and that's really what matters in the grand scheme of things. Ooh, this is so exciting. I'm back. I know it's been like years since you guys have seen me, so if you're watching this video, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I'm definitely kind of shifting the way things are going here. Health and fitness, always a huge part of my life. More so lately, I've been focusing on internal health, digestive health, mental health. I'm studying currently holistic nutrition, and it's kind of given me a new mindset on the way that I think about things, all things health, nutrition, lifestyle, all that jazz. So basically today, if you can't already tell by the title, I'm giving you 10 things that I do pretty much every single morning. It's my daily morning routine. It's my rituals. It's what I do as soon as I wake up in the morning to get me straight for the day, get my head ready, get my mind ready, get my body ready, and get optimal digestive health and digestion throughout the day ready. Because for me, that's literally the main thing, my main goal in life right now. I struggle with digestive health pretty badly, I would say pretty severely for someone my age and someone as active as I am. It's just a main health concern of mine. So everything that I do has that underlying digestive health message, and hopefully if you're struggling with anything related to bloating, discomfort, stomach issues, feeling just like sluggish throughout the day, take some of these into account and try and incorporate them into your daily routine. I know right now with COVID, it's just so hard. I don't even want to start talking about that, but having a daily routine that you can stick to every day, something that works for you, is so important. Just because it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you, but maybe you can take one of these suggestions and add it to your daily routine. So let's get right into this video. Again, thanks so much for watching. If you could send a like down to that like button down below. That was a lot of likes in one sentence. That would be amazing. Subscribe to my channel, share this video with a friend, and don't forget to leave down below your morning routine recommendations. I love adding new things in. Yeah, let's get this video going. So as soon as I wake up in the morning, before I even really do anything, I wake up to my alarm outside of my room. That's a whole other thing, but I make sure that I'm setting my alarm outside of my room so that I actually have to get up, and it makes me not want to get back into bed and fall asleep and press snooze. It's something that I've done for a long time. I get out of bed, I turn off my phone. I do get back into bed just to snuggle my puppies for a couple of minutes. They're always so excited in the morning, and I instantly do 3 words, 3 affirmations, 3 sentences of gratefulness. So I always say it out loud with my dogs. I always tell them that I'm grateful for them first and foremost. It can be something like, I'm grateful to wake up this morning. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for the sun shining today. I'm grateful for that morning coffee that's calling my name. Whatever it may be, make it personal to yourself. Don't make this like long drawn out explanation. Just 3 quick things gets your mind set for the rest of the day. So right after that, like I said, I have 2 dogs that need to go to the bathroom right away, so I don't have that luxury of sitting inside and drinking my coffee right away, but that's okay because it actually forces me to get outside, breathe in the fresh air. If it's sunny out, I'll go for a little bit longer walk with them. That's my number 2 thing. Get outside if you can in the morning. I know in Canada right now it's getting chilly and we're all like, no thank you, I will stay inside and I will snuggle my dogs from the warmth of my couch. But for me, I don't have a backyard anymore. I just moved into this apartment, so I do actually have to take my dogs for a walk in the morning, which, you know, sometimes that's hard, but it definitely has forced me to get out of my comfort zone in the morning. You know, usually I would just be putting them in the backyard and going and making my coffee right away, but this is actually giving me time to kind of, again, set my mind straight for the rest of the day. Breathing in that fresh air, I definitely feel so much more energized even after like 5-10 minutes of being outside in the morning with them, and it makes us all really happy. Number 3, water. Instantly, once I get inside, I'm trying to drink my water before my coffee. I know it's a hard thing to do, we instantly want that coffee. But make your water fun. Like usually I will fill this up for the day. It's just a glass jar with lemons in it, and I'll drink that throughout the day. In the morning, I do like to incorporate some Celtic salt, a really high-end Celtic salt. This one is actually the pink sea salt Celtic salt. They were just sold out of the regular one at my health food store. I highly recommend this in the morning. I know you're probably thinking like, what, salt in your water? Literally like a pinch of salt, like a quarter of a teaspoon, not even. It just helps balance out the electrolytes in your body after dehydrating yourself all night long, and it will really help with hormone health too. So I always do that first thing in the morning. I actually crave the taste of it now. At first I was like, ew, this is disgusting. I don't think I can do this, but now I always make sure I have salt in my water. I even do it throughout the day sometimes. Might be a little bit excessive, but I do like the taste of it. I'm always making sure that I'm drinking filtered water too. After that, of course, coffee. Hello, who doesn't drink coffee in the morning? For me, coffee is like, I don't even need the caffeine, and I've proven that to myself. I'll explain in a minute, but it's the whole ritual and process of making a coffee in the morning that is just like my favorite thing to do. It brings me like a little bit of joy in the morning. It sets me straight for the rest of the day. And then I don't usually crave coffee for the rest of the day. But currently I'm drinking this Dandy Blend. I'm sure you guys have seen this kicking around at a health food store. It is expensive. Like you look at this and you're like $22 for this little bag. But trust me when I say like you literally need like a teaspoon and a half per cup in the morning, and it is delicious. I still add my oat milk to the frother, and I'll put some cinnamon in there too if I want to be a little bit bougier that day. But this Dandy Blend, main ingredient is dandelion root, and the reason why I'm drinking it again is for #1, digestive health. Dandelion root is huge for digestion. Usually people will drink it at night before bed or after dinner to kind of like ease their digestive process. But it definitely supports good digestion, healthy digestion. It cleans out the liver and the kidneys, which is huge. It also helps regulate blood sugar. If you want to look into dandelion root a little bit further, definitely do your own research. But this, I would say, tastes like a mocha. It kind of tastes like a coffee and a hot chocolate mixed together. I was really worried that it was going to taste like dandelion root tea, which is disgusting to me, to be honest. Like some people can drink that, but I don't like the taste of it, so I was worried. That's why I got the small bag at first, but I've loved it so far, and it doesn't give me jitters. Obviously, it doesn't have caffeine in it. If you're somebody that needs caffeine in the morning, for sure, have your little cup of coffee. Just try to like limit it to that one for the day, and maybe try to drink some herbal tea the rest of the day, whatever, that will help with your digestion too. So, #5, morning mantra meditation. So I've tried the whole 15 to 20 minute meditations. It's just not for me. I don't love it. I find that my mind definitely wanders. Mantra meditation is really interesting because it's usually like 5 minutes. You can obviously do it for longer. 5 minutes is perfect for me. And it's a mantra that you're repeating the entire time to yourself in your head. So it doesn't really let your mind wander too much. I sit comfortably on the ground while I do it. Oh gosh. I highly recommend Yoga with Cassandra. She does a lot of morning mantra meditations, and they're just really easy to follow. Again, it's everything that I do in the morning is about setting the tone for the rest of my day. If something stressful comes up later in the day, I always return to my mantra meditation, and just remember to breathe. Sit back, breathe. No, nothing that comes up during the day is that important that it should really affect your mental health. If it's not going to be important in an hour, a day, a week, a month, it's really, in the grand scheme of things, not that important. So just remember that, come back to your morning meditation, and use that throughout the day. Another thing that I do really like to do is journal in the morning. So I've been doing this one since the beginning of 2020. It's the Daily Stoic. I'm sure lots of you guys have heard of this, Ryan Holiday. So it's every single day there's a different prompt. Today, November 24th, is Train to Let Go of What's Not Yours. I read through the prompt. It's just one page. I usually sit for a minute or two and decide how that makes me feel, how it relates to my own life. Certain ones obviously relate a lot more, but I do make sure to write in a little journal for the most part, how it relates to my life, how I can actually incorporate it into my life if it already isn't. You know, there's so many different things in this book. Every month is a different prompt, and I just find it super helpful. And it's one of those things that I go back to throughout the day. If I'm in a stressful situation, I'm like, Sarah, it's not that important. Let's just sit back, take a breath. We're doing all that we can, and that's really what matters in the grand scheme of things. After I do my daily journaling, usually I will get out a planner. I'm not like the biggest planner person, but I know lots of people are. Once you're just like starting into a morning routine, I do find it helpful to literally write each of these things that I'm listing right now as something that you have to do, so that it's in front of you. You can even check it off after you've done it, and it does make you feel accomplished. And it's like, honestly, a really addicting thing. Like, I find it just so fun to, you know, check off these things, and they seem like such small things. Like, why would I need to write them down in my planner? But it does help get your mindset in that like goal setting mindset, I guess. You know, you want to make sure that you're sticking to your goals in life, and writing these like little things and sticking to them, it just kind of shows you and programs your mind that you can really do anything that you set your mind to. Just start your morning right, write it in your journal, write it in your daily planner, and just help you, it will help you stay on track throughout the day. After that, I think I've hit most I usually do yoga in the morning. So this is just the yoga mat that I use. Yoga is, again, my main concern is digestive health. So I'm always doing a 10-minute digestive yoga for the most part, or just a 10-minute yoga in the morning before I do my other exercise, which usually isn't in the morning for me. It's usually a little bit later, so I'm not really including it in this morning routine, but yoga for sure is one that I do include most mornings. Lots of twists for that digestive health. I just find that it helps me throughout the day. If I'm ever feeling really bloated for like no reason at all, I come back to these twists, I come back to these yoga poses throughout the day. Before nighttime, I come back to these poses quite oftenly. I've noticed a huge difference in my digestive health. I don't know if it's so much preventative that these poses are helping me with digestion throughout the day, just from doing them every day, but I do find that when I am feeling bloated, when I am feeling uncomfortable in my stomach, I will do some of these poses, and it definitely helps just like move along and smooth that digestive process for myself. So that's a big one. Another thing that I do really like to do is track my fitness, track my sleep, track my walking, my steps throughout the day. I'm currently using an Apple Watch. Any sort of tracking device will do. I know lots of people just use their iPhone. If you walk or run with your iPhone, that's great. I tend to go on lots of walks without my iPhone. I try to leave it at home when possible. When I'm going for a run, I bring it for music, but the watch is great because it tells you when you should be standing up if you've been sitting too long. It tells you to breathe if it seems like your heart rate's getting too high or too low, and it just reminds you these little prompts throughout the day, which are super important. It's just coming back to those things again that help you ease your way through your day, and I do find that my Apple Watch definitely helps in that aspect. I believe that the last thing I have here is my morning smoothie. So like I said, I always start out with water, and then I'll drink my coffee or my coffee alternative, and then a huge thing for me in digestive health is food combining. If you haven't heard of food combining, you should definitely look it up. It's basically going back to the way that food was sourced and used hundreds of thousands of years ago when people first were on this earth. It's the premise of eating fruit until noon when it was readily available. And all I have in my smoothie is fresh frozen fruit. I'll usually do blueberries, cherries, sometimes mango, sometimes banana, and just filtered water. And that is it. You can't be using oat milk, you can't be using almond milk, you can't be putting protein powder in it. It doesn't mesh well with the fruit. It doesn't help with your digestion. So the whole point of eating fruit until noon is that you eat it until noon, you eat it alone or you leave it alone, and then you don't eat it for the rest of the day. So you're not having a snack that's some dried nuts and, or sorry, some dried fruit and some nuts. You don't want to combine those two things. The sugar actually gets stuck because fruits digest so quickly. If you're eating it with something like a slow digesting nut, it's actually going to mess up like the alkalinity and the acidity levels in your stomach. You just want to make sure that you're eating it alone or you're leaving it alone. So it's pretty easy when you think about it, but people always have lots of questions about it. So if you do have any more questions, just leave them down below. I can definitely answer them down there. So fruit until noon. That's my morning routine. That's the last thing that I do. I usually will have my smoothie until around 10:30 or around 10:30 to 11:30. Depending on the day, I might have it a little bit earlier. But that's my morning routine. That's the end of my morning routine. Once I'm having my smoothie, I usually am starting my work for the day, whether that be starting my ebook or getting, whether that is working on my ebook or working on my online schooling. It's just my whole morning routine has set my head straight for the day. It's got me ready for what's coming, and I always come back to those things throughout the day whenever I'm feeling stressed, like I said. So those are my top 10 tips. I think I hit them all. Again, please leave down below any suggestions or things that you do in your morning routine. I would love to find some new things to incorporate. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Subscribe, like I said, if you're not already. Give it a like, a thumbs up if you didn't already, and if you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any new YouTube video suggestions that you would like me to do, leave them down below and I will try to get to them. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for sticking in there and coming back after all these years. I promise that there's not going to be a big time away like there was last time. And enjoy your night or your day whenever you're watching this, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.